Henry Jokiharju and what you like about him playing with Darlene and how that kind of helps you put the puzzle together with the rest of your pairs on defense.
Well, we're just, throughout camp and trying to balance deep pair. We feel we've got, a group that a lot of different pieces can play together. And, lefty righty, they got one-timers off both sides. They're both good at coming off the wall, shooting pucks. I think Henrique is good at, getting pucks through. He's got a real good release and gets pucks deep. And so far they played well together.
Left side, front row.
Lindy, we've talked a bunch about how much different this preseason has felt with the travel and everything. Is it starting to feel a little more normal now? You didn't have to dress and drive. It just felt like a little more of a day before game practice?
Yeah, I would agree with that, you're closing in on playing time, and we know it's the last practice before playing. So everybody, I think you could feel inside the room that the players were really feeling like, let's get this practice done and get on to the real stuff.
Left side, third row.
Lindy, just curious how the McLeod line, how that group has really evolved throughout camp, and the more time talking to them, they liked the process, but they were still waiting for that execution to come, and how you've seen maybe that play out in practice this week.
Yeah, when you look at them, we've got a couple of really good penalty killers in our unit. We've got Zuck that's going to play in the second unit power play. We've got a couple guys that are really good defenders, good speed like Greenway, obviously McLeod. Zucks is a good skater too, the speed. I really feel that the offensive part will fall into place. I'm not worried about that. I've liked the way they played. You look at the way they started the game in Munich. They drew a penalty with Greenway going to the net. There was a lot of good stuff inside that game for that line.
Left side, second row.
Lindy, as much as this is a practice the day before a game, you had hundreds of kids in the stands. They're all screaming for sticks and pucks. You're coming off the ice. They're asking you for your stick. What'd you think of the whole experience today?
The experience was awesome. I just felt that excitement from them actually getting to be around NHL players, and obviously the two Czechs we have were kind of a focal point, but to see that many kids in the stands was, I thought it was great.
Left side, front row.
Just kind of following up on that, but atmosphere for tomorrow night and expectations. You got a taste of it in Munich, hearing these European chants during games. Personally, do you like hearing those chants, those unique chants you hear all around Europe?
I do. I think it's obviously unique to what goes on over here. The energy is awesome. The participation by the fans, for their team, for their players is, I've been involved in World Championships and Olympics, and that energy is a lot different than the energy we have in the NHL and how they react to even individual players or individual games.
Back left, Mike.
Yes, Lindy, Jack Hughes spoke very highly of you and what you meant to him over his career thus far. How special a player is Jack, and how difficult will it be to contain him now?
Yeah, I love that kid. He's a very talented young man that I think over those years we've seen dominate games, score all kinds of special goals. I think his development away from the puck was something that we just kept on working on, and it came a long ways. I think his only setbacks have been, he's been hurt a few times that have hurt where he was going, but there was games where he took control of the whole game, and there's not many players that can do that. And in Jack's case, he wrapped his arms around the challenge of, either getting us back in a game or getting us in position to put away a game. So I love what he's done as a player and where he's at in this league.
Dan on the left side.
Lindy, how do you feel? The players are excited to get going. I'm sure you are too. But how do you feel now about your team coming out of the preseason with the regular season starting? Did you accomplish what you wanted to accomplish in this preseason? Like, what's your feeling on it now?
Really feel that we've checked all the boxes. We got the number of practices and we worked on a lot of system. We worked on a lot of the structure. We've talked about the mentality of all parts of the game, whether you're leading late, how we want to start games. So we've gotten to almost every piece of the game in detail, whether it's been practice, whether it's been video. The energy of our group has been really good. It's like you want to kind of pull them back. I thought today a little bit more subdued. Yesterday the energy was incredible, but I feel we're in a good place.
There are no more questions. Thank you for your time, Coach.
You're welcome.